Okay, hi again. Okay, now we're going to look at some lead guitar. Basically what we're going to do here is play some what's called one octave scales. What that basically means is it's kind of like the most basic form of a scale. You'd see people playing solos and doing all this kind of thing. What they're doing is using probably a lot of the time a one octave scale, but sliding on up the fretboard into what would be called a two octave scale. In other words, a bunch of notes repeated again and repeated again after that. We're just going to play some stuff down the far end of the fretboard down here, which is at the bottom. These scales are really useful while you're playing electric guitar. We're just doing this on electric guitar to let you hear it a bit better. Or if you were doing it on acoustic, you could combine the scales with maybe in a country style or a sort of like a Sweet Home Alabama thing. There's a bit of a scale there, so we're just going to look at some scales down here. They are really useful for whatever style of guitar playing you're gonna take up. Okay, so first one we're going to look at is a C major scale 1 octave. So what does that mean? That means we're going to play the notes of a C scale, which runs alphabetically from C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and the octave's about to start again, which is the C note here. Now if we play that in a different form, what do we see? There's our C note. I could continue that on up into the next octave and the next octave. Generally on most guitars you get 3 octaves. We're just going to look at the bottom octave, down the bottom of the fretboard at the far end. So what I did there was play a string 5, fret 3. Now you notice that I'm playing it with certain fingers, and it's forming the shape of a C chord. If you've watched the major chords video, you'll recognize that C chord. So it's a good idea when you play your scale to play the chord after it, and you can hear that major sound in it. So what we've got is string 5, fret 3, string 4 open, that's our D notes. We've got C, D, string 4 again, fret 2 with the second finger. Okay, string 4 again, 3rd fret with the 3rd finger. So far we've got C, D, E, F. Now we're going to move on to the open G string, open 3rd string. Then the same string, fret 2, 2nd finger. Then the B string, open, and then B string, 1st fret, 1st finger. Now when you're practicing these, it's a good idea to go down it from thick strings to thin and back up again. So we're going to go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, and then just play the C chord at the end, and you can hear the sound of the scale in that chord. You can even see some of the notes from the chord are actually inside the scale. Okay, so that scale and another 3 should be on the free PDF and Word document just underneath. Feel free to download it and have a wee look at it and try them out for yourselves. If you haven't started reading tab yet, I suggest you check out the internet. We might cover that in another video. It's pretty straightforward, but we're going to have a look at the other scales anyway and move on to them. So what we've got next then would be an A natural minor scale. Now it's called natural minor because it goes alphabetically. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Now you notice that the word minor is in the scale. Now a minor scale implies a minor sound or a sad sound. So a good way of checking the sound of this A minor scale is to play an A minor when you're finished playing the notes. So like the minor chord, which is sad sound in the scale, has quite a darker tone too. So we've got 5th string, open, 2nd fret, 5th string, 2nd finger. Notice I'm not using the 1st finger here. I'm following what's called the 4th fret rule. So basically the notes are falling 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 3rd fret, 3rd finger. If there was a note here, I would use the 1st finger, and if there was a note here, I would use the little finger. But there only are 2 frets used in this scale, fret 2 and 3. So that's why we're not using the 1st finger or the little finger here. So we're going to go string 5 open, 2nd fret string 5, 3rd fret string 5, open D string, 2nd fret D string, 3rd fret D string, 3rd finger, open G, and 2nd fret on the G string. So that gives us A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Going backwards, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. And we'll follow that up with an A minor chord. And you can hear the dark sound of the A minor scale. Very commonly used, maybe something like this, kind of like with an A minor and an E minor chord, for example. You can hear it in there with, so all I did was combine that A natural minor scale with the E minor and A minor chords. Also a very good way to practice it. Okay, we're going to look at something completely different now. In blues guitar, blues is really, really important. It's if you even search it up on the net, the history of guitar and stuff going right back to blues is just so important. So we're going to look at a 1-octave E blues scale. Very important thing about this scale, it has what some people class as a dud note. This note here, B flat, which isn't in the natural kind of order of chords or notes, and it's put in there to give it that darker bluesy sound. So what we're going to do is run through it. Now this one is going to again following this 4 fret rule. So what we're going to do is start on string 4 fret 2. We're playing an E note, then open G, open 3rd string, 2nd fret on the G gives us an A note, 3rd fret on the G gives us this A sharp note, or depending on what way you're looking at, B flat. Okay, then we're going to have an open B, then we're going to have a D, and then we're going to have an open E. Now a common chord to play behind this, so after you've working through the notes, is E7. Because commonly that would be pretty much used in blues as 7th chords, for example, E7, A7, B7, E7, be a common blues progression. So we're going to go E, G, A sharp, B, D, E. So fret 2, 4th string, open G, 2nd on the G, 3rd on the G, open B, 3rd on the B, open E. Back down again, run through it one more time. E, G, A sharp, B, D, E, D, B, A sharp, A, G, E. You probably hear it in things like this kind of. You can hear that dark sound. It's this note here that's not naturally part of the order of notes that gives it the dark sound. And as I say, when you're playing that scale, just follow it with an E7 chord. It's a good way of practicing. Okay, the last scale we're going to look at is a more of a major scale sound, back to kind of that major sound again. This is going to be a G, what's called a G pentatonic scale. And a pentatonic scale basically means it's a 5-note scale. So rather than having the major scale in C where we had C, D, E, F, G, we're going to skip out some notes, and it's going to be G, G, A, B, D, E, and G. So if we were playing a G major scale, there would be other notes contained in that: G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So with it being a 5-note scale, some of those notes are left out, and that's what makes it pentatonic. The pentatonic scales are quite common at the start. A lot of people would learn major and minor pentatonics. They're easier to remember because there's less notes basically. So what we're going to do is run through the open G string, fret 2 on the G. Again, we're following this 4th fret rule. There's no notes here and no notes here, so we're not using the 1st finger or the 4th finger. So it's G, A, B, D, E. Don't forget the high G note. So you have. That's giving us that kind of bright sound. So it could easily be used again with it. We'll just slide in and start on a G note. So we just mixed it up there with the G and the C chord. So we'll run through that one more time. I've got open G, fret 2 on the G, open B, 3rd fret on the B, open E, 3rd fret on the E, G, A, B, D, E, G. Hopefully at some stage in the future we'll maybe do some more videos with showing that kind of stuff I was playing there with soloing techniques, but it's good to get these scales down. the 4 of these scales that we've just done are on the Word document PDF, so feel free to download it, have a play over them and get used to them. You will find them later on very useful to expand your chords and your general kind of playing. Instead of just strumming chords all the time, you can bring some single notes in. This kind of idea. So good luck with that, and all the best with your playing.